Is going on YouTube? Espresso Shucko here, and it is finally time. We are at the end of Scarlet's Paradox Mons that are eligible for Series 2, and we are finally talking about Roaring Moon. This thing is a monster. It is a dark dragon. We have immunity to psychic. We have 6 resistances to dark, electric, fire, ghost, grass, and water. All great typings to be able to resist because most of these are really common. We have 4 weaknesses to bug, dragon, fighting, and ice. Unfortunately, fighting and ice are a bit common, but it is what it is. And we have a 4 times weakness to fairy. That's okay. Why? Because terastallization. When in doubt, you don't like your typing, terastallization. You can just go from that there. In terms of stats here, Roaring Moon has a base stat total of 590. It is one of 2 Paradox Mons that have more than 570 points total. And basically this breaks down to a base 105 HP, 139 attack, 71 defense, 55 special attack, 101 special defense, and 119 speed. Now, the 71 defense is a bit unfortunate, and it's definitely not saving us from any 4 times weaknesses to play rough here, or, probably some fighting coverage, but we can terastallize into a flying type, we can terastallize into a poison type, we can try to subvert that way. The 105 HP does help the minute that we do gain that resistance, so we can probably live some hits. And so before we jump into Roaring Moon, I do want to do something a little bit different here. We're going to jump into Peakalytics here. This is currently for the stats for console usage. Right now, it's the middle of February. It's got a monthly rank of 6. So I figured before we jump into some move sets here, we take a look at what some people are running here because, we're about midway through the first month of Series 2. And like I said, Roaring Moon is the second to last one, meaning people have probably figured out how to play these by now. So I figured let's take a look here what people are running. So we have under our moves here, we have Protect, we have Acrobatics as the first 2 moves, we have Throat Chop, Tailwind, Breaking Swipe, Dragon Dance, Iron Head, Dragon Claw, Jawlock, Earthquake. That's basically it for console. So some common teammates that we're seeing right now is Fluttermane, Iron Hands, Iron Bundle, Amoonguss, Arcanine, Golden Go, which I'm not shocked about Golden Go because, Golden Go is everywhere. Great Tusk, Armor Rouge, Torkoal, and Female Indeedee. So that's some pretty good ideas here for if you want to build your team, especially if you're getting a little bit late into Series 2. You want to look into maybe trying to use out Roaring Moon. I said that a little weirdly, but if you're trying to use Roaring Moon, you can look into some options that way there. As far as items go, Booster Energy is really common because, you consume it immediately. Now you get a full powered Acrobatics, Terastallization. Flying is ranked number 1 with a 67.7 usage. Steel, Ground, Fire, Poison, they're all right up there. We see some Dragon. Fairy's kind of surprising, actually. Not gonna lie, but hey, I dig it. Dark, not surprised because, double stab on your Dark type. Ghost, immune to fighting that way too. And Rock. So, abilities, Shocker, 100% Protosynthesis, because, Paradox Mons. But yeah, anyways, I thought that would be kind of a little bit of a cool thing to do, to jump into Peakalytics here before talking about some of these ideas. So, as I mentioned too, Acrobatics and Booster Energy, it's a thing. I got really excited before Series 1 was announced because I was looking at that and I was like, ooh, this could be fun. I really miss the days of Acrobatics with Flying Gem from Gen 5. And you know what? I feel like other people do too. So Booster Energy, Acrobatics, Terraflying, there you go. You get stab on your Acrobatics. Acrobatics naturally doubles when you have no item, so you go from 55 to 110. Your Booster Energy gets consumed. Now you're getting your 110. You terastallize into a flying type. Now you've got stab on it. That's a hard hitting Acrobatics. Yeah, and I was thinking Throat Chop could be some dark type stab options here because, Throat Chop does, for 2 turns, prevent the opponent from using sound moves. Maybe you struggle with Perish Song. Maybe your opponent is using Parting Shot. Maybe you just want to shut that down. Maybe you go for a Throat Chop. Just a casual chop to the opponent's throat. That's a very violent sounding move. No wonder it's a dark type. On top of that, we have Tailwind because, we can also support the team that way get some speed for 4 turns, and we have Protect to keep ourselves alive. Is, you know, the booster energy that is being used up. We can't give ourselves an item, but let's talk about some stats first before I kind of further elaborate on this. So what I was thinking here is we go Jolly Nature to max out our speed, and if we go up to only 220 attack EVs, we hit 187. With the 252 in Jolly, we hit 188. Now we get a speed boost on our booster energy, and the rest is just kind of divvied up into some bulk. You could go all 36 points into your defense if you want. If you want, you could also go for 1 point into defense, special defense, and then put the remaining 4 points into your HP to hit 184, 92, and 122. You could do that, or you could just do the... Oh, I didn't mean to take that 4 out, but anyways, you could just try to squeeze out a little bit of your 71 defense that way. Bring it up to 96. Maybe you're running screen support, like, say, Reflect and Light Screen with Grimmsnarl. Maybe you're running a snow team with a Abomasnow. Man, when Alolan Ninetales gets out, that's going to be really nice, because that thing is fast and gets Aurora Veil, too. You could do that to try to patch up your defense that way. The other thing I was thinking, too, is maybe you don't want to run Acrobatics, but you do want to run Booster Energy. You could, and this is a little bit of a gimmick, but you could run something like, say, Florges, who has Symbiosis. So basically, if an ally uses its item, Florges and any other Symbiosis user, they'll pass off their item. So maybe... And this is kind of memey, but what I was thinking too is this could kind of go with the second set. You can use your booster energy, get your speed boost, activate your Protosynthesis, and then have Floor just pass something off, like say maybe a Citrus Berry or a Life Orb. And then now Roaring Moon can now get either a little bit of health back, or it could just do extra damage with a Life Orb. Because what I was thinking here with the second one, and these are really similar ideas here between the first and second, is its booster energy to consume the item. What I was thinking with this one is maybe Terra Poison. You go Terra Blast, because now you're going to resist fairy attacks. Now you're going to resist fighting type attacks. And you can have Poison Terra Blast to hit fairy types super effectively. And then you can go with Throat Chomp to hit other things. You could run Taunt, and then that way you have a faster Taunt, so that you can shut down opposing status moves from your opponent. And what I was thinking too is the reason what's going to kind of separate this, but it could be interchangeable EV-wise, is we still keep our speed stat higher, which we could go like maybe 1 point less than the other one. So instead of 188, we go 187, reduce the attack EVs to kind of reflect that. So I have 184, which might be a little bit drastic, but this is just so that I can squeeze out even more defense EVs to put up to 100 points. You could do like maybe say like a combination of this move set and this one together. Like maybe you want to go Terra Flying instead of Terra Blast. You can now just get rid of the poison typing, but still keep Throat Chop and Taunt, or you know, something like that. That was kind of an idea that I was thinking, is we can either go Acrobatics with booster energy or Terra Blast booster energy. You can still get speed and do some damage. But if you want to go with the Symbiosis idea that I just brought in here, don't use Acrobatics, because you're going to give yourself an item. Therefore, you're going to lose the double power on Acrobatics. And let's just take another quick look. See who else gets Symbiosis. Oh. Wow, okay, so it's literally just the Florgesland and Oranguru, but hey, Oranguru could be fun. Because, you know, you could maybe go, like, say, Oranguru, pass off, like, say, a Life Orb with Symbiosis, and then you could have Instruct, and then just have Roaring Moon do, like, another big hit. Like, maybe you get your booster energy, you have your speed, now you get access to a strong Terra Blast, Throat Chomp. You could also go Dragon Claw if you want it. And you could just have Oranguru go for Instruct into Roaring Moon, so that Roaring Moon just hits something again. That could be gross, and that could be fun. I kind of like the idea of that. Okay, so let's take another look at something else here, because Maybe you don't want to run booster energy. Maybe you want to run, like, say, a clear amulet set, or maybe a choice item, which I'm going to be full on honest with you guys. The next set is a choice scarf, but choice band is definitely viable on this too. So I have a clear amulet idea on here too, and I was thinking, you can go Dragon Dance. You can get your speed and attack boosted that way. You hit 188. And now the way how I was thinking here too is you could, if you wanted to, go max attack investment to get an attack boost from Protosynthesis if you wanted, or you could still keep the speed boost. What I was thinking here is we have like maybe a little bit of sun support, and this is maybe kind of going into, well, this is going into the next two sets here. What I was thinking is you can use like maybe say a prankster sunny day user, like Grafii gets it, but Klefki and Grimmsnarl also get it. And then if you want to look into some other options, you have Murkrow. And then you can use the little cup options of Shroodle and Riolu, but coaching isn't in the game, so I wouldn't recommend Riolu. If coaching comes to the game and they give it back to Riolu, that's going to be amazing. Which, to be honest, I don't think anything gets coaching, but if coaching comes back and they give it back to Riolu, I think coaching could really change the dynamic for Roaring Moon. But anyways, back to what I was saying. We could go with Sunny Day off of Grafii to get the Prankster boost. You could also go Parting Shot if you wanted to, because maybe you don't want to run maybe you don't want to run Sunny Day on your Grafii. And this kind of applies to Grimmsnarl too. You could maybe go Parting Shot on either one of those two, and then switch into a Torkoal. Maybe your opponent has something that's really weak to fire in the back. Maybe you just want to go Parting Shot. This is all theory crafting, but thinking maybe here you go Parting Shot, you switch out, you lower your opponent's offensive stats, and then you can bring in Torkoal and get Sunny Day. So, back to what I was thinking with the Clear Amulet and Dragon Dance. With Clear Amulet, you can't have your stats lowered by opposing moves or abilities, stuff like that. So, from there, you don't have to worry about Intimidate. You can reliably get your Dragon Dance up. Now you have a speed boost. Now you have an attack boost. If you really wanted to, like I said, you could go for the full attack investment so that you get an extra amount of damage out there. And now you have 191. You get a Life Orb boost when the sun goes up. Or you could just keep the 220 in your attack investment so that you get a guaranteed speed boost. And then that's another 50% on top of the Dragon Dance boosting, so now you're getting really fast and still hitting hard. Similarly enough on that note, Choice Scarf. Full attack investment on this one, because, you're already getting your speed from your Choice Scarf. Let's go with the attack investment here. Get the sun up there with either Grafii or Torkoal or Grimm. Get that attack boost. Now we have some good options here. This thing gets Rock Slide. 119 is not a bad speed stat by any means, especially on a Choice Scarf user. You go Rock Slide, you got a 30% chance to make either of your opponents flinch. You got Dragon Claw for stab, you got Throat Chop for stab, you got U-Turn to get yourself out of there. Another side note too is you do get Breaking Swipe, which is a guaranteed attack drop on the opponent. And Breaking Swipe hits both targets, barring the idea that they're a fairy type. But anyways, you can hit them for a guaranteed attack drop, which could be a nice little support tech as well. But yeah, we get Rock Slide here. Oh, help if I could actually spell Rock Slide. There we go. So some other moves too. We get Body Slam, we get Brick Break. Body Slam, solid normal type damage, 30% chance to paralyze. Brick Break, you destroy screens. Not too bad to keep in mind. Earthquake is big. That's a great spread move. Ground type. Facade, definitely good in case you get burned. Iron Head, there you go. There's another means of hitting fairy types super effectively. Shadow Claw has a slightly higher crit ratio. Not too bad. Stone Edge, stronger Rock Slide, single target. Let's see, Zen Headbutt, you can hit fighting types super effectively. Like I said, there's Breaking Swipe. Yeah, so anyways, that was kind of what I was thinking there. And like I said, too, You could run a choice band on this, which is nice. I'd still keep U-turn on there because that's a means of getting yourself out to pivot, but then you can either increase the attack. But if you do run a choice band, you should probably bring that back down to the 187 so that you get the speed boost when Sun goes on the field if you want to run that choice band. Because, you know, you're boosting up your attack stat now. You're getting a +1 on your speed from the Sun while it's activated. It's just some things to keep in mind. I think that's everything, too. Yes. Okay, guys, so that's my main thoughts on Roaring Moon. This thing is a really cool Pokemon. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me talk about this. And I hope you guys liked the change up for going into Pikalytics to take a look at the stat breakdown for usage. I'm planning on doing the same thing for Iron Valiant. So yeah, anyways, let me know down in the comments below whether you like that or any ideas on Roaring Moon. Have you tried it out? Love to hear your thoughts on it. Anyways, I will see you next time with Iron Valiant.